Hello everyone, welcome to solve this math Olympiad Algebra problem, and here we have m square equals to n plus 61 and n square equals to m plus 61. So in this question we find the value of m and n when our m is not equals to n. So the very first step we are going to do is here first we call this is our equation number 1 and we call this is our equation number 2. So here first we just subtract the equation number 1 by equation number 2. So when we subtract this equation by this equation, so that we just obtain here, we subtract the left hand side with left hand side and right hand side with right hand side. So m square, here you get m square minus n square equals to n minus m, and because when we subtract these values, so this is positive and negative are cancelled by each other. I will just write it here 61 minus 61. So now in the next step, this is positive and negative are gone, and in the left hand side we have m square minus n square equals to here we have this is n minus m. So now in the next step, here we focus in the left hand side and we have m square minus n square. Here we use the nice algebraic identity. So according to this algebraic identity, we write this expression as m minus n times of m plus n, and here we move these two terms in the left hand side. So this is minus m, it will becomes plus m, and this is plus n, it will be written as minus n, and this whole equation is equals to 0. And now in the next step, you see here we have m minus n be the common factor, so that we just take common m minus n. So here when we take common m minus n, we get m plus n, and here we take common m minus n and we get plus 1, and this whole equation equals to 0. So now here we have two cases. The first case is we take m minus n equals to 0, and the second case is we take m plus n plus 1 is equals to 0. So in the first case we get the value of m is equals to n, but in the start of the problem we have the restriction is that m is not equals to n. So this m is not equals to n, we rejected this case because in the start of the question we have m is not equals to n. So now we can just proceed here this case only, and in this case we move this plus 1 to the right hand side, and it will be written as m plus n is equals to minus 1. So we call this is our equation number 3. And now here first we subtract equation number 1 by equation number 2, and now the time to add equation number 1 and equation number 2. So that now we add equation number 1 and equation number 2. So you see here this is equation number 1 and 2. So when we add these two equations, so left hand side is added by left hand side and right hand side is added by right hand side. So that when we add these two equations, it will be written as in this form, m square plus n square is equals to m plus n plus here when we add 61 and 61, then we get here 122. So you get here 122. So now from equation number 3 we have the value of m plus n is minus 1. So we substitute this value here, and this equation implies that m square plus n square is equals to minus 1 plus 122. So this implies that 121. So this is the value of m square plus n square, and now we call this is our equation number 4. And now in the next step here we know that, so now in the next step here we know that the nice square identity, it is written as m plus n whole square. We know that it is equals to m square plus n square plus 2 times of m into n. And now here we substitute the value of m plus n and m square plus n square, and we get the value of m multiplied by n. So here we have the value of m plus n is minus 1. We put this value here and it will be written as minus 1 square, and the value of m square plus n square is 121 and plus 2 times of m times of n. So this equation implies that minus 1 square becomes plus 1, and we move this 121 in the left hand side, it will becomes minus 121. It is equals to 2 times of m multiplied by n. So this equation implies that minus 120 equals to 2 times of mn. So now we divide both of the sides by 2, and this equation just implies that the value of mn is equals to minus 110. So this is the value of m multiplied by n. So here we get the value of m times of n is equals to minus 110, and now here we use the another nice square identity, and you know that m minus n whole square is equals to m square plus n square and minus 2 times of m into n. So here we get the value of m minus n, and now first we substitute the value of m square plus m square, and it is our equation number 4. You can just see here, this is the value of m square plus n square, it is 121. So we can substitute this value here, 121 minus 2 times of mn, and the value of mn is minus 110. So now in the next step we need to simplify this equation, and here we have 121 and this is minus minus plus, and 110 multiplied by 2 is equals to 120. So here when you add these two values, so you get here 241. So this is the square of m minus n whole square. And now in the next step we need to find the value of m minus n, and then we solve m plus n equation and this equation, and we easily get the value of m and n. So here we take the square root on both of the sides of this equation in this form. So here you get the value of m minus n is equals to plus minus. So we get the value of m minus n is equals to plus minus square root of 241. So here we make two equations from here. So first we write the positive value, m minus n is equals to square root of 241, and the second is m minus n is equals to minus 241 square root. So now we can solve these two equations with equation number 3. So our equation number 3 is implies that equation number 3 is m plus n is equals to minus 1, and similarly we can write it here, m plus n is equals to minus 1. And now we solve these two equations and we easily get the value of m and n. So here first we add these two equations. So when you add these two equations, so you see here this is negative and positive m are gone, and you get here 2m is equals to minus 1 plus square root of 241. So we move this 2 to the right hand side, and we get here m is equals to minus 1 plus square root of 241 is divided by 2. So this is the first value of m, and now we put this value of m in above equation in this equation. So we get the value of n, and here we have n is equals to this is m, and we have the value of m is minus 1. We write it here minus 1 plus square root of 241 divided by 2 plus n is equals to minus 1, and here we get the value of n is equals to minus 1 minus 1 plus square root of 241 divided by 2. So here we take the LCM of these terms, and we get here minus 2, and minus times of minus becomes plus 1 minus square root of 241 divided by 2. So you get the value of n is equals to minus 1 minus square root of 241 divided by 2. So this is the value of n. So here we have the two values of m and n, and now we move towards the second case. In this case, so here we solve this case and we easily get the value of m and n from here. So again we add these two equations, and you get here 2m is equals to minus 1 minus 241 square root. So here you get the value of m is minus 1 minus square root of 241 divided by 2. So this is the value of m, and now we put this value of m in this equation and you get the value of n in this form, minus 1 minus square root of 241 divided by 2 and plus n is equals to minus 1. And now here we move this value to the right hand side and you get over n is equals to minus 1 minus 1 minus square root of 241 divided by 2. So here we take the LCM of this equation and you get here minus 2 plus 1 plus square root of 241. So in this case you get the value of n is equals to minus 1 plus square root of 241 divided by 2. So this is the value of n in this question, and these are the two values of m and two values of n, and this is the final answer. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.